skip the opening prayer and pledge of allegiance we had it during the previous meeting. We'll determine four present. Just note, public video conferencing pursuant to Governor Abbott's temporary suspension of open meetings law issued on March 16, 2020 to address the public goals of limited face-to-face meetings also called. So this meeting will be conducted via video conference, which will be audible to the board and public and allow for a two-way communication. The board president, presiding officer, or trustee may not be physically present at one location, but a quorum of members attending in person or home. Video conference will be required for the meeting. The public may access this meeting by accessing the meeting through the I.S.D YouTube channel. An electronic copy of the agenda may be viewed via the I.S.D website at www.isd.net. Should you desire to provide a public comment, sorry about that. Should you desire to provide a public comment to the board, you must email your public comments to Jeanette Ramirez at jeanette.ramirez@catulasd.net by 5 o'clock the Monday of the meeting. The public comments will be presented to the board during the public comments portion of this meeting. One thing I add, the public may speak at the beginning of the meeting on any items not on the agenda, or this will be as before with a limit of 3 minutes unless extended by the board. And in the past, we have not had any problem giving plenty of time. We want to hear what you all have to say. The speaker must sign up on the sign-in sheet as desiring to speak on a topic not on the agenda before the meeting begins, and will be allowed to speak at the beginning of the meeting during citizen comments. Will that members present or at the library are Jamie Whitwell, Robbie Ayala, Thomas Childers, and myself, Mauricio Ramirez. Members present on Zoom are Raquel Yanes. Raquel? She's there. Ms. Hoff?
I'm here.
And Mr. Reese? Mr. Reese is absent. We'll move on to our citizens' comments. We have a speaker, Ms. Ruiz, that would like to address the board. Ms. Ruiz?
Good evening, Mr. President, Dr. Seals, and members of the board. My name is Carolina Ruiz. I am a senior at Catula High School, and I'm here representing my classmates, teammates, and friends. I want to ask the board to consider giving us the opportunity to start extracurricular activities on August 31st of 2020, which includes sports, band, and cross country. Reason being, volleyball needs at least 1 week of acclimation, which is strength and conditioning, while football needs at least 2 weeks of acclimation in accordance with UIL. Also, volleyball district starts on Tuesday, September 8th of 2020. That will give us the 1 week of acclimation needed so that we can start on time. We know that there are risks associated with coming back and playing, but this is ours and our parents' choice. We feel that with guidance from our district nurse, trainer, coaches, and directors, our chances of getting COVID-19 will be greatly reduced. I have spoken to Mrs. Ayala, our district nurse, trainer Lutz, and some coaches. Here are some protocols that will be taken in place. First off, face masks will be required when not exercising. When exercising, it is our choice on whether or not we would like to wear a face mask, since it is not enforced by UIL. Some schools are requiring us to wear face masks on and off the court. With this extra week, it will give us time to learn how to adjust playing with the mask on. Also, to social distance at all times at least 6 feet apart. When standing on the sidelines, give each other space, and when on the bench, leave some space between the chairs. Also, to wash and sanitize hands at all times. Bring our own water bottle and towel so there will be absolutely no sharing. We can also wash our own uniform after every practice and game. Take it off right when we get home and put it to wash. This will reduce COVID-19 at home. Not only that, we can have temperature checks taken on a daily basis at practices, games, and at competitions. The last thing is that one thing that we can control is ourselves and our teammates. We can build up our immune system by eating healthier, sleeping more, and taking more vitamins. Lastly, locker rooms will be limited to people inside. I would like to finish off by saying once again, we understand the risk that we're taking, but it is ours and our parents' choice to make. On behalf of my classmates, teammates, friends, thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening. I truly hope you consider our offer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Reese. Appreciate it. Dr. Shields, would you like to please read the other citizen comments we have?
Good evening, Dr. Seals and Cotulla I.S.D. board members. My name is Elias Jones, and I am a senior at Cotulla High School. I'm a scholar first and then an athlete. I'm here today standing outside with my teammates to speak on their behalf and also on behalf of all other students that are involved in extracurricular activities that would like the opportunity to compete. I speak on behalf of football, volleyball, cross-country, band, cheerleaders, UIL academics, the dance team, and even FFA. Please understand that this is all new to us. As we move forward into 2020, we've learned the importance of safety protocols and health guidelines to keep not only ourselves safe, but also our family members, teammates, coaches, teachers, and communities safe. We are asking for a chance to prove to you that we are the students you are proud of, the students you brag about, and the students you pray for. Trust us, and more than that, trust our coaches and teachers. Trust that they are ready to do what it takes to keep us safe. Every school that has started their season has done so because their school board has allowed them to start. Every school board feels the same exact way about their student safety as you do. So what makes our school so different? Why have they decided to allow their students to begin? These districts have also reported more active cases than we have at the moment. There are schools that are allowing their extracurricular activities to begin regardless of whether or not their face-to-face instruction has begun. Why can't we be allowed to begin? A few weeks ago, Dr. Roth mentioned that schools were safe enough for doors to open to staff's children. My father is a Cotulla I.S.D. employee, and when I was told that I was going to be allowed to attend school and sit in a closed classroom for 8 hours with about 6 to 10 other students, I did not understand how I could do that, but I couldn't attend strength and conditioning with my fellow teammates outside in groups of 6 while wearing masks and social distancing. If it is safe for me to be in school, then it is safe for me to participate in extracurricular activities. I understand that not everyone is ready to return to competition, and some will not agree with my words tonight, and I respect that. However, I believe everyone should have a choice of whether they want to come to compete or not. Right now, as we stand, you have taken our choice away. Give us our choice back. Again, all we are asking is that you give us a chance to show you that we can handle this. We will do our part to stay safe. I will step up and set the example and make sure everyone is doing their part in following safety protocols. As a Cotulla I.S.D. student, I have engaged in many PBLs learning that if I ever encounter a problem in life, I must be solution-minded and find a way to solve this problem. I took those skills that my teachers taught me and I put together a game day safety plan that you might consider. I researched what other schools are doing. I emailed other superintendents and asked about the plans they had in place. I then put together a plan that I felt would best meet our needs at Cotulla I.S.D. It might not work, but it's a start. I have emailed it to Ms. Ramirez to share with you, and you, the board members, have all gotten this. Please consider your decision to allow us to start soon. Allow us at least to start strength and conditioning right away before August 31st, if possible, so that when you finally make a decision to allow us to participate, we are ready to play the games we have left and the girls are prepared for their district games. I know this is not an easy decision to make, but you are not the only school board that has had to make this tough decision, and the majority of schools have made the decision to allow extracurricular activities to begin. We will stay safe. We will do what needs to be done so that everyone that attends practice and games will feel safe to be there. We will do our part to keep everyone else safe. Give us a chance to prove to you that we are the students you are proud to represent. Let our coaches know that you believe they are capable of putting safety protocols in place and following them. Also ask that you not judge us by mistakes we have made in the past or by mistakes other schools are making. Let us prove to you that we can do this together. Let the cheerleaders cheer, let the band march, let the runners run, let the dancers dance, let the future farmers of America show their animals, let the volleyball players bump, set, spike, and let the football players tackle and score touchdowns. Let us play. Thank you, Elias Jones, CHS class of 2021.
Okay. Is that all, Doc?
Yes, sir.
Thank you all very, very much for those comments. They will be taken in consideration. We'll move on to our action items. First item is item A, adopt the budget for the 2021 school year. Dr. Shields?
I'd like to, you have been through the budget workshops and the public hearing. There's a suggested motion on page 10 of your packet. I would like to recommend the board consider this approval and approve this motion.
Mr. President, I move that the budget for the 2020-2021 school year be adopted at the function level as presented with major funds determined to be the General Operation Fund, Fund 199, the National School Lunch Program Fund, Fund 240, and the Interest and Sinking Fund, Fund 512, be approved.
Okay. I have a motion on item A, is made by Mr. Shielders. Have a second? Seconded by Mr. Ayala. In discussion? All in favor, motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Move on to item B, approve a resolution to set the tax rate for the 2021 school year. Dr. Shields?
As you've heard Mr. Vela attest in the public hearing and before that in the budget workshops, I would like to recommend the resolution that is presented to you in your packet for your consideration.
Mr. President, I move that we accept the resolution as presented, and I'll read the resolution. On this date, we, the Board of Trustees of the Cotulla Independent School District, hereby levy or set the tax rate on the $100 valuation for the district for the tax year 2021 at a total tax rate of 1.07098 to be assessed and collected by the duly specified assessor and collector as follows: 0.97640 for the purpose of maintenance and operation, and 0.09458 for the purpose of payment of principal and interest on debts. Such taxes are to be assessed and collected by the tax officials designated by the district.
I have a motion on item B, it's made by Ms. Hoff. I have a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Whitwell. Any discussion? All in favor, motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Item C, approve final budget for the 2019-2020 school year. Mr. Vela?
Mr. President, Dr. Seals, members of the board, as we do at the end of every fiscal year, I'd like to bring the final budget amendment to the board. And basically, this is not saying that we're gonna spend the money. It's saying that we're adjusting the budget to stay safe within the function, okay? And basically, what we're doing is we're moving monies around and making sure that we don't go over, as I reported to you all earlier, even if we just go $1 over a function, it becomes a finding in the audit. So we just move monies around to leave a little bit of safety margin in each one of the functions. As you can see, what we presented. And this will be function 199 and function 512. And we're recommending approval.
Mr. President, I move to adopt final budget amendments for 2019-2020.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Ayala, and item C is made in the motion. Have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Childers. Any discussion? All in favor, motion say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Vela. Item D, Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Resolution of extracurricular status of 4-H organizations. Dr. Shields?
Ms. Wilson, the agricultural extension agent, contacted me and is requesting that this be approved. She has already been approved as adjunct professor, and 4-H is also in the list of excused organizations when they have an absence, a list of organizations whose absences are excused. But they would like to have the resolution approved again. So I recommend that we approve this resolution.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Resolution of extracurricular status on 4-H organization.
Would you like to read the resolution,
I
Ms.
can.
Shoulders?
Microphone on.
Yeah, it's on. Resolution states as extracurricular status of 4-H organization, be it hereby resolved that upon this date, the duly elected Board of Trustees of the Kyoto Independent School District, meeting in public with a quorum present and certified, did adopt this resolution that recognizes the LaSalle County Texas 4-H organization as approved for recognition and eligibility for extracurricular status consideration under 19 Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 76.1, pertaining to extracurricular activities. Participation by 4-H members under provision of this resolution are subject to all rules and regulations set forth under the 19 Texas Administration Code as interpreted by this board and the designated officials of this school district. Texas A&M AgriLife Extension will request academic eligibility for competition and non-competitive purposes when an absence is required.
Okay, I have a motion on item D made by Mr. Shoulders. Before I entertain a second on this motion, Dr. Shields, do we need to have that 2020 to 2021 date? It looks like it's gonna be a yearly deal. Do we need to put a date on it? Or are you comfortable the way it is?
I'm comfortable with the way it is.
Okay. Have a second on it?
Second.
Seconded by, Ms. Whitwell, in discussion? All in favor, motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Fixing to go to closed session, pursuant to Open Meetings Texas Government Code, Chapter 551.001. Time is, 6:33 PM pursuant to Texas Government Code, Section 551.074, for the purpose of considering the appointment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of public officer or employee, or hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. We will be discussing personnel report, and we are now in closed session. We're now back in open session. Time is 7:01 PM. We discussed personnel report in closed session. You take any action on it?
Mr. President, I move to approve probationary contracts for new personnel to fill following position: Gustavo Garza, third grade teacher, pending SOE, subject to reassignment, and approval for new non-contractual personnel, at-will employees to fill following position: Victoria Tenayuca, Catula High School, special education aide, subject to reassignment.
I have a motion on personnel report made by Mr. Ayala. I have a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Childers. Any discussion? All in favor, motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Ms. Hoff? We're gonna adjourn, or you wanna stay a
I
while?
move that we adjourn.
Ah, now, girl, I have a motion to adjourn by Ms. Hoff. I have a second. Second by Ms. Whitwell. Any discussion? All in favor, motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same